Hello, I am Tara, along with my mom, Jill. We are the authors of the Dining on a Dime cookbook, where you can eat better, spend less, with over 1,200 recipes and tips that will save you money on your first trip to the grocery store. And we have testimony after testimony after testimony of people who have proven it. I just got an email, was it yesterday or the day before, of a lady who saved $200 her first trip to the grocery store. So it does work. It's proven its work. And today we're talking about how my mom eats on $80 a month groceries. Now, this is going to be a several part series so that we can break them up into shorter videos. But I want to just make a little disclaimer here. People a lot of time will comment and say, well, why don't you just get to the point and show us what you eat? Well, because it's a mindset.
Yes.
And it's not about just going to the grocery store to buy the food. And we're going to talk about exactly what mom buys. And I'm going to show you, even across the country, how you can work that out with what mom is talking about. But
it's an idea, it's not the exact food.
Yeah. And so people, until people can get the concepts down, you're not gonna save any money. If you can't get the concept down that 77-cent chicken thighs is cheaper than $4.97 steak on sale, I don't care if the steak's on sale. We don't buy the steak, period. And that's how you do it. So anyway, I just want to put that little disclaimer out there because I know we're gonna get comment after comment after comment. So anyway,
I was going to put the same disclaimer, so we both know we get the same type of thing every
day.
And the thing is, if people would just relax and realize it's not the prices, it's what you do with the money that you have, where you're living at, what your life situation is right now. You just have to learn to stretch that amount.
Yep.
And all these principles and tips and ideas we're giving will work. I don't care if you're single, if you got 10 kids, if you live in New York, in Canada, in
Timbuktu, Idaho,
middle of Kansas, wherever. These tips will work. And if you think about it, that's even better than knowing the prices and that type of thing. Because then if you move, if your life situation changes, you become disabled, you lose your job, you can still use these same principles. So,
And just so you guys know, Mom and I both have lived all over this country. We have lived all over this country. We have had Aldi's. We have had no Aldi's. We have had discount Amish type grocery stores. We've had discount type.
I was couponing queen, and now I do almost no coupons. You know,
I don't use coupons at all. And have always saved on groceries. As a matter of fact, this week I spent, or this month, not this week, this month, I will have spent about $175 to $200 to feed my family of 6 this month. And yes, I really did that. So anyway.
It doesn't just work for us too. It's like you said, we have so many testimonies. These people are in shock. They never dreamed that where they live, this stuff could actually work.
Including Canada and Australia, all over the world, Hawaii, Alaska. Guys, we've gotten it all. We've been doing this 20 years.
Sorry.
I've
been doing it 40, so
you're not going to get this. Yeah, but I mean the business. We've been doing the business for 20 years. And so we've gotten every comment from every person. So it's not going to be new. So anyway.
And be careful that part of it isn't you trying to make an excuse to not do it. I find this a lot. Well, I can't do this because I live here, or I can't do this because I'm single. I can't do this because I have kids.
Or my husband. Yep.
Yeah, it's my husband. It's this or that. You do what you can, the best you can, and don't make excuses. Once you get this, change the wording. Instead of saying, I can't get chicken for 79 cents a pound, or I can't find any sales. It's more like you won't. You don't want to bother to try, to look really well. So, be careful on that. I just don't want you to be disillusioning yourself. So,
okay. So, go ahead, Mom.
You're ready for me.
Okay, so Mom eats on about $80 a month for one person.
Mm-hmm.
I feed 6 people between $200 and $400 a month, depending on the month, because I stockpile. But we're talking mostly today for single people who want to cut their grocery bill. This is how Mom does it.
Yeah.
Okay?
But don't get in the idea that, well, this is for single people,
No.
and because we have used this for families, the same tips over and over again.
But the amounts are for a single person. Yes.
Yeah. So, all right, to start out with, this may be a little bit not real coherent it's going to be a little bit back and forth. I couldn't find a way to put this all together properly, but I'll start out with menus. People get kind of hung up on menus. There's a thing out there, everybody wants menu ideas. They want to do the menus. For the cookbook, we have tons of menus in the cookbook. We even have a ebook, I think, that's on menus.
Actually, we have like 4 ebooks on menus. So right here, Dining on a Dime. See, there's menus right there.
Yeah.
Listed for using the recipes in this book. 4 pages of them.
And I called Tara the other day and I told her, I said, if people just use the leftover and the regular index in our book, and I'm not joking, if you just use the indexes, you will save money.
Yep.
I don't know if any other book can say that. If you use our index, that you can actually save money. Because if you're wanting to do a menu, go in here and look under eggs for like breakfast. I don't have my glasses on, but it's like you've got scrambled eggs. We've got egg salad sandwiches. We've got eggs and noodles. We've got egg flour soup, fried egg sandwich. If you just look at our index, you can come up with a whole list of menus by just looking, in the index.
Right there for everybody to see. That's the page she's talking about right there.
Yeah. You can look under and go under beef.
Yeah.
And list like, I don't know, 15, 20 or more beef recipes that you can do.
Oh no, there's probably 30 or 40 on here. Right there.
So if you're trying to make a menu and you can't come up with anything to think about, then go into there. But that being said now, I don't do menus.
I don't either.
But most people want them for some reason.
It's funny, we have 4 ebooks and I never use them because I don't plan menus.
I don't ever use menus. But if you really, really still want the menus, keep it simple and just come up with 7 menus. Mm-hmm. And you say, well, my family will get bored with it. Take simple, easy steps. Everything I'm talking about today, just pick one tip out and use that for 2 or 3 weeks of the stuff I'm teaching today. And then go on to the next. But keep everything simple. 7 menus, your family will not get bored, because if you think about it, for 1 month, okay, there's about 30 days in a month. Let's just say there's 28 days in a month for math reasons. And you have 7 menus. That means your family will only eat the same thing 4 times in a month. Mm-hmm. Now, what family will not be happy with eating spaghetti 4 times? And one of our viewers just sent me an article, and on the article, and I've taught this along, and you'll see when I tell you what I eat for breakfast, I'll go into it maybe more, but people have less stress in their life, they're finding out, if they eat the same thing.
I do. Yeah.
I know.
I eat a piece of toast and an egg every morning for breakfast, and that's it.
I eat my graham crackers every morning. I don't have to think. I don't have to stress over what I'm going to have that day. So you would eliminate stress. You would save money. And, it really will change your life if you keep just the 7 menus or keep things very, very simple and that type of thing. Let's see. What else was I going to tell? Oh, and your family feels a comfort in the sameness. Mm-hmm. It makes them feel secure. Children like to feel secure when everything's kind of the same. Yeah. So don't get hung up on, well, I need to come up with 30 meals that I have, different meals that I have to freeze and put in the freezer every month in order to have variety for my family, that type of thing. Yeah. That's pretty much all I want to say on the menus, because we have a video on doing menus. I think we've got all the menus in the book and that type of thing.
We have hundreds of menus with recipes on our website, livingonadime.com. Yep.
Ton of them. So, we've got a lot for you. Mm-hmm. Now, the next thing I want to touch, and I wasn't sure what order to put this in, but I'm going to touch on serving size. And don't leave me. Don't get frustrated and don't take it personally. Stick with me on these videos, but I am going to have to touch on serving size because I can honestly say I bet you maybe close to at least 50%. You will save at least 50% on your groceries if you start doing the right serving size.
Yeah. And the lady that I said earlier about she saved $200 on her grocery bill, she lost 30 pounds because of that very tip in 1 month. Well, yeah.
I think within a couple of weeks on the website comments and between what you told me, we've had like 3 to 4 people say they not only saved money, but they lost weight and they hadn't expected it because you're using the serving size. All these diets you're going on, all these special diets you're hung up on, that's not, and so many people aren't losing weight still.
Yeah.
And we've been teaching this for years. And now I just went online right before we were doing this, and they're saying they're astounded. These studies are showing that people keep saying they're eating healthy. They said like 75% of people think they're eating healthy, but he said obesity is still bad. And they said after all this time, they finally figured out, guess what? People are eating too much. Go figure. So now we have studies.
This is not rocket science, people.
Yeah. And you've got to think about that. And I want to show you some serving size that you maybe don't know about here. First of all, this is a 1/4 cup. Okay.
Turn it sideways. Yep.
That is not that much.
4 tablespoons is a 1/4 cup.
4 tablespoons. Okay, here's a tablespoon. You know, 4 tablespoons.
Wait a minute. Show that tablespoon again. So turn it to the side. That is a level tablespoon. Level. That is not a heaping up over tablespoon.
This is level. My hand is not that big.
Yeah.
And that's what meats you should be eating. And as a matter of fact, almost all the serving sizes for everything should be about no more than a 1/2 cup for like rice. Yeah. Sweet potatoes, level. But yet, how many of you eat sweet potatoes or rice?
And you eat a whole sweet potato. I got a sweet potato at the store the other day that was this big. That was like 5 to 6 serving sizes for one sweet potato. But how many people sit down and eat the entire thing in one meal?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And so you have got to get the serving sizes down. Another thing I was and don't always look at the serving sizes on the package. That's put on there by the manufacturers. Now, you got to think this through. They want you to buy more of what they are selling. So you got to be really careful with that. Go online, look up the food pyramid, the government food pyramid, follow that, and you've got to even be careful on that because some of that is for like grown men, 225-pound men that work hard all day. I can't eat the same as one of them. So I need to cut that serving size down even more. But peanut butter, the containers of peanut butter, say 2 tablespoons, which is this. 2 of these is a serving size. And guess what the government standard for a serving size is? 2 teaspoons.
Oh, is it?
2 teaspoons. So, okay, 2 of these compared to 2 of these? I mean, seriously? Yeah. So how many of you put 2 of these on your peanut butter sandwich or for something? I bet you don't.
I do, but.
Well, I do. But you know.
Yeah, no, I know.
They really don't. And you've got to watch that. Okay, you guys are going to just kill me on this one. Guacamole. Okay, for guacamole, 2 tablespoons. Is flat. 2 tablespoons how many of you just when you fix up guacamole only eat 2 tablespoons?
And an avocado slice, 1 serving avocado slice is like this wide. It's really small.
And you think, well, avocados are good for you. I'm going to eat an avocado and be healthy. No, you're eating too much. You've got to get it into your head that you're just eating way too much. And like I said, we've done the serving sizes, so I'm trying to go through it a little bit quickly. But, okay, here's a cereal bowl. It's only about a 1/2 to 3/4 cup. okay, here's a 1/2 and 3/4 cup is what cereal, usually it's a 1/2 cup.
Mm-hmm.
But how many of you put that much is all in this bowl?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't hold all of it up, but you see what I mean?
So that's probably 2 to 3 cup bowl there, and you're eating 5 to 6 times the amount of cereal that's a serving.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have got to watch it. And vegetables, people are going insane with, they're healthy for me, so I'm going to eat a ton of them. Cut your children's food down. We've talked about this before. A 3 to 4-year-old only needs like 3 to 4 green beans, not a whole big gigantic serving spoonful. So watch the serving sizes. You literally will cut your grocery bill in half. That's how I can do $20 worth of food a week, because I'm not eating $40 worth of serving sizes. Does that make sense? You know.
And let's touch on this a little bit. So every single time we do that, but my husband refuses to eat this. And the most recent comment I got was, well, I want you to show me what a thing of chili looks like, because there is no way my husband would agree to not having an entire pound of hamburger in chili. Guys, first of all, they aren't going to know any difference at all.
Okay, let me tell you, I know they won't know any difference, because like 40 plus years ago, I thought, I'm going to try this. I heard that you only need a 1/2 pound of hamburger for most recipes instead of the pound it calls for. So I experimented on my husband and my kids when I made up lasagna. They had no clue I used only a 1/2 pound. No clue.
So
that's another excuse. You're trying to blame your husband, you know.
It is, yeah. And if they're that hungry, if they're truly a construction worker, which is not the majority of the people, so don't be giving me that. Maybe 5% of you actually have husbands who do hard labor.
Yeah.
Okay, if they actually do hard labor and they're not overweight, then go ahead and, plan on fixing a little bit more. But here's the thing. We have been noticing, because, guys, this is 2019. You can look anybody up on Facebook. And let me tell you, we get these comments from people, and I go look on their Facebook page. They are 350, 400 pounds. They are seriously overweight. Seriously. And so you do not have a serving size problem. You don't have a grocery budget problem. You have an overeating problem. And you need to get that resolved.
And you know what? So I just looked it up again right before, because I try to make sure all my facts are straight. And we've said this for years now, that everybody hollers about obesity and the diabetes and everybody being obese is caused by fast food. I looked up right before we came on, and guess what? They came up with this there was a couple of studies that said, shocker, it's not the fast foods. No. It's not eating the sugar. They said people are just eating too much. That's a bottom line. And once again, on the excuses, well, my husband, needs this, or if you have teenage boys, this is where I say you're going to have to adjust your own personal budget, your own personal family needs. And so that's fine. You may have to, do twice as much as what Tawra does, because you have 5
football players or something,
or football players or something like that. So you can't do Tawra's. That's why I say get off the numbers. But at the same time, you can control your food by making sure you're not overeating, with too much. And that goes into the next thing that I wanted to touch on.
So let's touch on that next time.
One more thing before we go. Sorry. Watch the vitamins. I take a good multivitamin, and you can do that. But I have seen people that have containers. Mega vitamins is the big thing now. You have to take extra of everything. But what I want you, which is fine if you want to take those, but look on the containers. I added up 10 containers one time of all these mega vitamins. They were like 10 calories here, 10 calories there. in 10 bottles or 10 different vitamins. And that's easy to get the 10 because you get magnesium, you get calcium, you get vitamin B, you got to take extra vitamin D, you got vitamin E, so you can get those done up pretty fast. There was 100 calories in the vitamins alone.
Yeah.
So open your eyes up and see what's going on.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we are the authors of the Dining on a Dime cookbook. You can check it out at livingonadime.com if you want to eat better, spend less, and save on your groceries. This has all the recipes that we use. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.